I'm sorry. Let me slow down. The government just named KK as Diddy's co-conspirator moments ago in court. But there's more than that, right? Let's get into it. Not only did he just name it, but the defense started arguing that she really wasn't. And the prosecution was like, baby, we already got her dead to rights. Now clock that. On top of that, Cassie has come out and defended Bona and offered proof that Bona is 100% telling the truth about what happened with Diddy. The defense was fighting to keep this text message out, but it got admitted, you guys. Bona has been rehabilitated. First of all, she did an amazing job. I 100% believed her. However, Miss Westmoreland was really, let me move back. I can't even see myself. She was really trying to imply that Bona was lying and that she never got hung over the balcony. The defense thought they got a win. Because the defense thought they got a win because the settlement that Diddy had offered Bona to not say anything about him hanging her over the balcony, right? They said, the judge said, well, that's excluded. It's excluded because the settlement was to stop Bona from making a civil trial.
So Diddy was out here just paying settlements out. And I think that this is pretty common amongst rich people who do unscrupulous or nasty things. Sexual harassment happens all the time. And it's these undercover payouts, which leads to nothing happening to these people because you sign an NDA, and then, as she was saying, you can't do a civil trial, and then I'm not sure if you can go after them criminally, but if you're subpoenaed, you are allowed to break the NDA because your subpoena trumps any NDA. So, but these things go on for years, 10, 20. Some of these people are operating for 10, 20, 30. Well, you can see Diddy alone is saying he's been operating since the 90s. And this case goes back to 09. So 09 would be 16 years. So when they take these payouts, they do deserve something for, their pain and suffering and things of that nature. But it's a double-edged sword because you've taken the money now and you've been compensated. And, obviously some things happen that, money just can't, no amount of money is going to make it better. But you were compensated. But the other end of that is that you do leave it open for the next person to go through a similar experience. So let's get back to it.
Not for the civil trial, not a criminal trial. And since this is a criminal trial, it's irrelevant evidence. I said, wow, law is a dirty game, but baby, we all got to play it. However, let's get into the KK stuff. I have my notes. I had to run back in court really quick, but I wanted to come down here and give you guys the actual tea because the government just named KK and name dropped her as Diddy's co-conspiracy, and the defense went crazy and ballistic and tried to make all these arguments. Let me say this first of all. KK, everybody around Diddy got to be the dumbest person in the world. They are loyal to that man till the end. How? KK did not flip on Diddy. She did not she literally is going down as a co-conspirator. Did she not see what Diddy did to Little Kim? Did she not see the way them Harlem boys play, or Bronx, wherever he's from? Whenever it comes down to whether a woman's going to do time for them or not, did you not see that D-Rock already literally needs to start picking out the wallpaper for his jail cell? And you going down with this man? Baby, let's get into it. Anyway, Sabrina Johnson said, love you, keep doing your thing. Really quick before I get into the testimony, and then I'm going to run back in the court. Don't forget one of two things, okay? Don't forget one of two things. One, Stephanie Courtney said, you're smart and beautiful. Keep it up. Thank you. Stephanie Curry said two things, right? And I think we need to actually keep a hold of this, okay? One, you guys, I was on ABC Live. The link is in the bio. It's probably going to be pinned in the chat. Well, anyway, better than those rats and roaches from Diddy's cell. I bet Diddy wish he could get some ants. Anyway, right? So anyway, they talk about the Jane exhibit. A couple of things. The judge made I'm just going to take you really through quick what happened. And then, actually, we'll say that for last. Let's get into the KK stuff, right? Oh, so they wanted this text admitted. Miss Westmoreland is clearly trying to imply that Bona, right? Oh, thank you, Jamie. I'll definitely get that from you. So, Miss Westmoreland was clearly trying to imply that Bona was lying about being held over the balcony, right? Clearly trying to imply that. However, let me tell you the story about how KK's name came out. It was a bombshell because it was already spilling tea, right?
Is this the third person that they've alleged that Diddy, or somebody has alleged that Diddy is held over the building? So I'm not off of a balcony. So I'm not sure if this is the same woman that is Cassie's friend. They said that she hung. I think they said that Cassie's friend was hung over a balcony. Somebody alleged that Wale was held over a balcony, and if Bona was held over a balcony, that'd be 3 different instances of Diddy. Diddy really thinks he's in a movie. He has watched one too many movies while doing drugs, and he really feels like he's that guy. He has watched too much New Jack City. They hung somebody over the bridge in New Jack City. He want to play with guns. He really thinks he's the real life Nino Brown. You're not the real life Nino Brown. You need to relax.
However, okay, they said that they clearly trying to. The defense got to win. They said, listen, there's text message between Rob, that's Rob Holiday, Diddy's good friend, right? Trying to get Bona not to file a civil suit against Diddy. In that, they talk about Diddy hanging her over the balcony. The prosecution wanted to get that admitted. The defense was like, no, there's no relevance. They were talking about a civil trial, not a criminal trial. So why can they bring it up? The judge said, okay, that's a good point. We are going to exclude that evidence. However, right, they said, and clock this tea, they said that, Your Honor, we have a screenshot of a text message conversation between Cassie and KK. I said, what? This is how Cassie came in to save Bona, right? Friends to the end, even when she's not here. They said Cassie texted KK. And in the text, get this, right? They said, Cassie said to KK, he woke my friends up. Cassie's texting KK. And this is back when all that shit happened with Bona. He woke my friends up while they were sleeping because he was ringing the doorbell and acting crazy. He came into the house. He choked my friend and dangled her feet off of my balcony. I have to stay away. This is crazy. I have to stay away. This is crazy. I have to stay away. You guys, when they read that, and listen, the defense was arguing that message shouldn't be allowed to bring in. So the jury wasn't there yet. They were arguing on whether they could show this message to the jury, right? Just stay with me. Just stay with me. Again, he woke up my friends while they were sleeping, ringing the doorbell like crazy. He came into my houses while my friends were there. He choked her and dangled her feet. I have to stay away. This is crazy. I have to stay away. The defense is like, no. She said that she didn't know about these messages, which actually, when they read the transcript, what Cassie actually said is, I know what I saw. I don't know what you want to tell me, right? She was like, no, you 100%. She didn't say it. And they were like, no. The prosecution was like, no. She sent this message, and we need to use this message because the defense is clearly trying to imply that Bona's lying about this. This message was sent the day or the morning of after she was allegedly dangled off the balcony. This proves the point. And since Westmoreland wants to act like I'm lying, wants to act like Bona's lying, there you go. Boom. Point being, right? SLW said, sending love and light from Alaska to my girl Tisa. Thank you, SLW, okay? But you guys, there's more, okay? I'm going to go back in. I know there were witnesses still in the trial, but I have to tell you guys this. Then they were like, what is the relevance? Marine, call me. So the government was like, you guys, the defense said, this is hearsay within hearsay, double hearsay. It should 100% be excluded. And then Marine called me, popped on up, and said, Your Honor, this is a communication between one of the victims and a co-conspirator. She said, Your Honor, this is a communication between one of the victims and a co-conspirator. And it goes, right? And it goes that it cannot be hearsay because it literally is offering for what happened with Bona, the effect on the listener and the state of mind, okay? Really quick, Carrie Pierre, thank you so much for the super chat. You guys, this is exclusive tea. Nobody has dropped this yet. The government has officially named KK as a co-conspirator, right? So then Diddy's team pops up and she's like, it's Shapiro, right? She was like, no, listen. No, she says, hey, I just found out some crazy shit. That's implying she didn't see it. I just found out what happened. She said, and also they said Cassie didn't say that in the testimony, right? The prosecution, Maureen Comey, was like, Your Honor, they have had this mess for over a year and they actually deposed Cassie over this. So they even knew about this. Cassie can't be here. Depositions are testimony. It should be able to be worked. Anyway, Your Honor, it's a communication with the co-conspirator, okay? They also said,
how is this person a co-conspirator if they're not charged? So normally in a RICO, a co-conspirator would be listed on the RICO, and then you would offer them some type of deal, possibly if they roll over on the other person that's part of the conspiracy. I do understand that that they are saying that these people are involved, but to specifically name this person as a co-conspirator, I would assume that they would have to receive some type of criminal charge as well. So I'm a bit confused by that.
Said, okay, a very clear suggestion that the defense is making that it never happened, okay? Anyway, right? Listen, so then the judge said, right, that this is on the effect on the listener or the state of mind. It is a screenshot on September 30th, 2016. That's around the time that it happened. And he said, yeah, this is absolutely admissible. And they said, first, it's admissible on it being a state of mind. Second, it's admissible because it was communicated to Diddy's co-conspirator. Yo, Bonner told Cassie, right? Cassie's a victim. Bonner's a victim. Cassie told KK. Cassie is officially named by the government as a co-conspirator, but it wasn't over. Diddy's defense started freaking out. Your Honor, we strongly object to KK being named as a co-conspirator. Maureen Comey turned around because Maureen Comey sits in front. She looked like she turned around and was like, what you mean? Like literally, how are you going to tell me who the co-conspirator is? Hey, how are you going to tell me who the co-conspirator is? The co-conspirator is to whoever we MF and say. That's what we are trying to prove.
No. You can't just run around here just saying people are co-conspirators. I mean, maybe they know something that I don't know, but I don't know how you could just say that this person is a co-conspirator, but this person doesn't have a charge, even though they were a co-conspirator in a crime. So if you're a co-conspirator in a crime, you committed a crime. Even if it's a low-level offense, especially in a RICO, you only have to know the people. Like a RICO is a really, really, really tough charge. Like you can be up here, just the top person, and then we'll branch off into two different people, and they both work for this person up top. These two people don't have to know each other. They don't have to speak to one another. Whatever either one of them do, it'll be tied into the RICO. So the head guy will get charged with what this guy did and what this guy did. Then you can branch off even more people, and the person at the top will be responsible for what the people at the bottom are doing. But the people at the bottom are still charged with something.
She literally was like, what? Oh, hold on. DoorDash is outside. Hold on really quick. Do you mind grabbing it from out front? He said he's searching around looking for me. Sorry, I'm trying to get a portable charger because my phone's going dead. The DoorDash guy is like looking for me. Okay, so anyway, right? If anybody want to kill me, this would be the perfect time. Anyway, right? Fat Bull 717 say, hey Tisa, watch me up. I'll take care of the weirdos in your chat. Keep up the good work. I'll be your chat cipher. Yo, DM me so I can give you a wrench. Volnero Carol said, glad you got your name out. Oh, ABC Live, thank you so much. And also Honeybee Therapy, thank you so much. And Shayna's Vlog said, thank you for all your hard work. Also, oh hey, yeah. Thank you. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good one. Nona Preston said, "You rock, Tisa. Tisa tells for president. Love ya. Thank you." And also Kate said, "Your makeup highlights your eyes," from Chicago. Oh my God. Thank you. Appreciate that. Rebecca Peterson, thank you so much. Like, Your Honor, we reject strongly for her being referred to as a co-conspirator. There's no proof she's a co-conspirator. Marie called me because they're sitting behind her. She literally turned and was like, what the fuck y'all talking about? Co-conspirator. We're the ones who decide who a co-conspirator is. You don't get to say, all you get to do is march your happy self into this courtroom and sit down before we sit you down. The look on she got a co-conspirator. Listen, anyway, right? She's like, Your Honor, and Maureen Comey literally sat there and said, Your Honor, not only are we suggesting it, right? But we have already given enough evidence to already confirm that. But we will continue to confirm it. Eddie Garcia's testimony named her clearly as a co-conspirator. And we will continue to name her as a co-conspirator, right? And then, right? And then they said, well, the defense was like, Your Honor, you don't understand. For her to be named a co-conspirator, she must agree with Diddy. She must agree with the criminal things that Diddy did. Baby, you're his personal assistant. What you mean? He sent you all the way out. No. But she didn't agree. So you did it and you were there and you.
Well, all right. So you don't have to agree with the person. It doesn't matter if you agree to be part of the a co-conspirator and something. So if I'm committing a crime and you're outside and you're my ride and I hop in the car and tell you, hey, I just did such and such and I need you to get me off the scene, you're going to be a co-conspirator. It doesn't matter if you agree and you're like, well, you shouldn't have did that. It doesn't really matter. So that's a terrible argument.
You didn't do anything to stop and you helped and aided and abetted, but you didn't agree? All right, girl. And also there needs to be 2 predicate acts. Right now there's only one, and that's perhaps bribery. Marie Comey was looking at them like, you got that. She was literally looking at them like, I know you lost your mind. She doesn't count. How do you get to say who's a co-conspirator, right? Listen, she said, Your Honor, again, we've already confirmed it and in testimony, and we will continue to confirm it. Eddie Garcia was just the beginning. We have more evidence. When I say the defense table melted down, I will say this, right? I can't believe that KK is riding with Diddy. The government, listen, they literally said that because she wasn't in agreement, she didn't commit any crimes, even though you were his right-hand woman. Are you serious? Y'all, we have confirmation. KK, it is humid out here. We have confirmation that KK has officially been named. Remember what? I guess there goes my theory, because they had a glamour shot on KK. So I thought KK was riding out with the prosecution. But it looks like KK has been officially named as Diddy's co-conspirator. Now here's the thing. She still got time to make that plea deal. Hold on. Wait, can y'all hear me now? Hold on. Okay, it's good. Okay, sorry. Sometimes when I jump out, y'all can't see it, right? Audio's going in and out. Love the acting, though. Okay, so let me reenact this, right? If it was going in and out, right? Diddy's team was like, Your Honor, we strongly object to KK being made as a co-conspirator. Your Honor, we strongly object to KK. Maureen Comey was in front, and she looked around like this. What? You object to what? What do you object with? Being named a co-conspirator. Since when did you call the shots? Since when do you tell anybody who, right? Who? Since when do they tell anybody who? Since when does the defense say who a co-conspirator is? And we leave that's to you. No one's a co-conspirator. We leave it to you. Diddy's not even guilty. Called me, turned around and said, F y'all talking about? She's not a co-conspirator. You don't get out of my face, right?
So obviously the defense does not get to say who it is and is not a co-conspirator. They can try to prove who is not a co-conspirator or that there was never a conspiracy, but they can't say that this person is or is not. However, I do think that they should have some type of formal charges, unless KK is working as a confidential informant to start with. But other than that, they should have some type of formal charge if they're going to say she's a co-conspirator.
Maureen Comey stood up there and said, Your Honor, it's already been proven in Eddie Garcia's testimony that she is a co-conspirator. However, Your Honor, that's just the tip of the iceberg, and we will continue to bring more and more evidence to prove that KK is an actual co-conspirator. The defense was like, but she didn't agree. She didn't agree. She didn't agree. Maureen Comey was like, Your Honor, she's a co-conspirator. Here's the thing. KK has not been, KK, she still has time to plead the fifth. She still has time to take an immunity deal. But as of now, I don't understand, KK, did you not see what they did to Little Kim? Did you not see the way these New York boys play? Never do a jail bid for a man. I think that might be written in the Bible. What is wrong with you? You are going down. Where is this weird loyalty that KK has? Unless she actually thinks Diddy's innocent, baby. Thinking.
So normally when the feds get a deal from somebody, they normally come at them with a charge. So if she's not being charged with anything, there's no reason for her to cooperate against Diddy. Now, if she's in fear of prosecution, then, you know, maybe she'll turn on Diddy. But other than that, she has really no reason other than maybe her conscience, you know, to flip on him.
And thinking, you guys, this is 100, listen, this is 100% exclusive tea. 100% exclusive tea. KK has officially been named as co-conspirator, and even though they are crossing Bona right now, I'm about to go back up. They are crossing Bona right now. The interesting thing about this is, and I'm about to go back up. The interesting thing about the cross with Bona is they've gotten a text message from Cassie admitted. Now here's the thing. They're not going to be allowed to admit it while they're cross-examining her. But as soon as the cross-examination is done, they are showing it to the jury and they are admitting it into evidence to prove that Cassie back then, I think the same night or a day after it happened, texted KK, who the government literally referred to as Diddy's co-conspirator, that Diddy held her over the balcony, and it's crazy, and this is the way she has to stay away from Diddy. So it even proves back then that Cassie was trying to escape Diddy, and everybody around Diddy was trying to pull her back in. Rebecca Peterson said, "You're the best. Thank you for letting us know the truth. You're welcome." And Monet W said, "Tisa, we represented last night. Thank you. Amazing job. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much." Listen, I got to get back into the courtroom. I wanted to give you guys that tidbit. I'll be back down in about an hour because Jane's testifying. Oh, that's another thing. The judge literally told us, hold on. And now here's the thing. Who's trying to influence the jury? The judge said that he wants to remind everybody in the overflow room and the courtroom that it is illegal to try to communicate with the jury. The public cannot talk to the jury. No facial expressions, no facial reactions, no expressions, nothing. Now, that, I know what y'all saying, Tisa, they probably talking about you because you animated. They were not, because when I look at the jury, I just look at them stone face. But I be clocking their teeth. The prosecution needs to give redacted exhibits contemporaneously, meaning at the testifies. I know right now they are talking about Bona, but literally, y'all, they don't know it yet. The jury doesn't know it yet, but they've already nullified. But Brian Steele and all of them went out of their way to humiliate Mia and to do a victory lap that the prosecution has been on their job.
All right, well, that's pretty much almost over. So this is Tisa Tells. Tisa Tells is amazing. She has great coverage on Diddy and other topics. She is a little biased. She really does want Diddy to go to jail. Which is fine. She does still give really good reporting, and it's just leaning more towards Cassie and the federal government, but she does a great job. But anyway, this is my reaction to this. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.